Hello, hello, welcome in. Hi, Jason. Hello, darling. We got one pillar in here, waiting for two more, and then I will start. Today's song's called Within We Begin, Grounded Awakening. Hi, Diana. Grand Rising. There's two pillars. One more and we'll get started. Like I said, this is called Within We Begin. Hello, Holly. Welcome in. All right, we're going to start. This is called Within We Begin, Grounded Awakening. Hello, hello, yes.
No escape. No illusion to chase.
Hi, Irish. Hi, beautiful.
Just this breath.
Yep, 9 o'clock. 9 a.m. EST till around 11:11.
I thought the world was closing in. That every wall was set in stone. I wore the weight of not enough.
7 a.m. there, Alberta, Canada. Wow.
But something changed, not out there. Right here, behind my eyes.
He's still with you, Irish.
Quiet break in the pattern.
He watches over you
A
guys.
truth I couldn't disguise. What I believe shaped
Hi, Francis.
what I
Aw, that's nice. Hello, Iron Gold. Hello, darling.
From old ideas, and I had learned its name. I begin within, that's where it starts. Not in the noise, but in my thoughts. I don't need permission to change my way. I choose what I build from day to day. Not separate, connected, not powerless, aware. I shape my direction by the meaning I give there.
Your package should be there soon, too.
I don't have to carry forward what never served me well. Not every story handed down is mine to keep or tell. Fear can echo through a room and call itself the truth, but I can stop, I can question, I can choose a different.
Oh, it is there. Good.
No need to tear it apart. Change begins in the small.
Oh, that's so awesome. I know her birthday's the 8th of May.
Limits with weight, with things I feel, but within those
That's so awesome, Irish. That's just perfect.
But more than I knew, I don't.
How special is that? Amazing.
I needed awake, and in that meeting,
hello, Betty. Hello, darling.
paths I make. We're not alone, but we're not the same. Each life a thread, each voice a name. We share a world, we shape a field, but
oh, your daughter's 15th birthday is on May 9th. Awesome.
Merging into something vast that erases who I am. But understand.
Oh, that's so cool.
Connected, not unmanned.
Ryan will be 17 May 3rd. Awesome.
Step by step, I shape my life. No waiting for.
You don't look old enough to have a 17-year-old. Hi, Christina. Hi, beautiful.
I move, I choose, I stand. That's where the shift begins.
Hey,
You don't
darling.
need a new world to begin differently. You don't need
My twins are June 8th.
clearly.
1 month.
You don't need saving.
1 month different.
You need awareness.
Yep. Hi, Brandy. Hi, beautiful.
You need action. Begin.
Oh, it doesn't. Just email me. Email me at opalmoon29@gmail and I'll send it to you. I don't charge for that. Nope. But I will say to get the book is amazing. To get the book is amazing. All right. The Sign. The Sign is the first song coming up today. Today's Tuesday, the 21st of April. April 21st. Yeah. Just message me, darling. Francis. You're June 4th and your sister-in-law and your husband is June 1st. Yeah. All right, we're going to do our cards and we got messages and all that. Class is in session. It's opalmoon29@gmail. You can message me and I can give it to you. Yep. Hi, Teresa. Hi, beautiful. Okay, let's get started here. Chakra wisdom. You're welcome. The 6th chakra, the 3rd eye chakra, intuitive perception. I know that what my intuitive senses tell me are true. Yep, saw the signs, absolutely. I open myself to the truth that is within and around me, and I know that it is there for me to receive. I practice developing my intuition, and I know that it is a major aspect of who I am. Hi, Val. Hi, darling. In the stillness and silence of meditation and contemplation, I will experience and know the truth. Yes. This is called The Gift by Thrive. The Gift by Thrive. Okay. Hi, Flower Power. Hi, beautiful. Here is our healing energy. Our healing energy. Self-love. I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the requests of my body and my soul. Thus, I learn to love myself. Yes. Love yourself. And acceptance. I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of light. Yes. And inner beauty. I open the eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. Yes, inner beauty. The kingdom of God is within us. All right, here is our work your light. Our work your light. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Who are you looking at? Because everyone around you is a mirror of you. But who are you looking at that is still triggering you? Which one of your mirrors? Rama. Where are you being called to journey to? Are you being called on journeys? I've been called to Sedona in Egypt, back to England. And the answer is no. Wait, postpone, pause, and say no. The answer to a question you may have had going through your mind is no, according to the universe. According to the universe. No one on this earth, right? Here is our Starseed Oracle. Starseed Oracle, Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Yes. The song Breathe is coming through. Breathe. Absolutely. Earthed, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. Absolutely. And the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Let yourself be seen. Look at that. Look at, there's butterflies there. There's butterflies in this card. Right there. Yep. Here is our water card. Our water says the sweet waters, sensuality, romance, enjoyment, fertility, and balance. Being balanced between male and female is important also. Grand Rising, Deanna. Hi, beautiful angel. Here is our animal for the day. The white stag protector. Hi, Jules. Hello, darling. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. White stag protector. This is talking to Brandy out there. I know she loves them deers, them stags. Stags are also a symbol of power. Here is our crystal angel card. Our crystal angel is appetite, progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. Yes. Oh, you love deers as well? Yes. All right, here is for the love of dragons. For the love of you love the white stag so much. Yes, Brandy. As above, so below. Holding keys to both 5D and 3D. Which keys are you turning, though? Which keys in the lock are you turning in the doors? The Temptress. Yes. We're always being tempted by things, tempted to adjust our frequency. And when you hold your frequency, you don't allow it to be adjusted. You will be tempted, and discernment is what you need most right now in order to determine if the opportunity is one that lifts you to new heights or drops you to earth drained and depleted. Hi, BX. Hi, beautiful. When an opportunity looks delicious and is dressed up as too good to be true, it's your job to investigate. Sometimes the too good is indeed true, and you need to take the temptress by the hand and follow where she leads, no matter how fearful or overwhelming the situation seems. Other times you would be better off to say no and cleave to your current commitments. Use all your senses to test this moment, including your keen sense of discernment. Yes, discernment. All right. Here is love songs playing. Our song, yes. Love song. Here is Awakened Dreamer. Sustainable Sacred Service. Hi, Alicia. Hi, beautiful angel. You only get to keep what you give away, so seek to share every day. Rejoice when you find someone to give your time, money, wisdom, or attention to. Give from the overflow of your bounty and notice how you're replenished even before the act is completed. Yes. Sustainable sacred service. And here is our butterfly for the day. Isn't she pretty? Every day I am stronger, braver, and wiser. I live and grow in harmony with the universe. Yes. Live and grow in harmony with the universe. And our ascended master for the day. As I spoke of Egypt, Serapis Bey comes through, and he is the ascended master of ascension, what we're all working for. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Yes. The light is here. Serapis Bey. All right. And Spirit had me pull a Lyran Oracle today also. The Lyran Oracle's coming out today. How does that make you feel? Huh? Ha 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 ha. Parallel Earth, time of peace, relaxation, all is well. Yes. Parallel Earth. I told you Earth is splitting. Earth is splitting. Love is all around you. We have spoken on the concept of timelines and multiverses in the quantum field. But now we want to enlighten you on the subject of parallel universes and alternative Earths. In the heightened state of multidimensional awareness, it becomes clear to the starseed that reality is infinite in its expression, stretching not only through the linear time fields of past, present, and future, but also reaching out repetitively to infinite current moments, like a mirrors bouncing off mirrors. What did I just say? Yes. Everyone is your mirrors. Parallel existences are naturally created in the alive field in your moment-to-moment decision making. Yes. Hi, beautiful Chris. Hi, darling. These moments of possibility create fragments of what could have been and create these alternative universe fragments. The empowerment of this knowledge is that by accessing the parallel field, you can gain access to premonitions, deja vu moments, and get clear guidance on which paths to take and what paths to avoid. You can refer to this access as present moment hindsight, where you can scan the entire field of possibilities and then allow your spirit to guide you to choose with grace. We share this information because from our multidimensional lens, there are many parallel Earth realities where the human species has failed in their pursuit of unification. And then there are also many parallel Earth realities where your species has blossomed into fully enlightened societies. The arrival of this card fully indicates that you reside in an optimal timeline that is destined for great potential and unification. Now is a moment to start living the life you dreamed as if it were here now. Through this inner vibratory knowing, you begin to align the alternate realities toward your frequency that adhere to the law of attraction. Now is the time to dream and step fully into your highest potential, without a drop of looking back. An additional meaning of this card indicates that you are fully provided for with wonderful opportunities, new relationships, and finances seeking to bless your life. All is well. Additional meanings: you made the right decision, great work, divine moment, contentment, unity. There it is. Surrender and time of peace and relaxation. Yes, thank you, Spirit, for that. That card definitely goes along with what is happening right now on this planet. So we are pro surfers, guys. Here is our Schumann for today. It's down to 18 again. We just had that huge wave come in, and now we're back to 18 again, which is over double of normal Schumann resonance. So it's still double. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is the message of the portal. We do have an update. So there is a short situation update in the portal. The light forces, and this is for entertainment purposes only. This is our class, this is our game, and this is how we play it. So, the light forces are clearing the dark energy anomaly with full speed, and it will be completely gone in a few weeks. The main obstacle to planetary liberation remains the lurker. Although the Ascension Portal activation in August of 2025 removed the vast majority of the lurker from the multiverse, a tiny fraction of 1% still remaining is highly concentrated on the surface of this planet, quantumly entangled with the free will of the surface population. I remember we had talked about that in 2025. We have been keeping up with the portal and the news of the portal. I can only imagine's playing, right? In the time frame between now and July 9th, its power over the surface of the planet is expected to diminish greatly. When this happens, things will finally begin to look better. The free will experiment, which started millions of years ago with conscious decision of many beings to experience darkness one way or another, is finally reaching its conclusion. Absolutely. Okay. What is happening is there is a current push towards disclosure. There are attempts to suppress disclosure and to silence people who know too much. And this is being exposed. Yes. Okay. It says, let's be real here. Do you really think and believe that millions of evolved souls would say yes to come to Earth just to die in a totalitarian new world order? Absolutely not. We came to flip this world upside down, back to its original state. We came here for the new Earth, for world peace, for the immortal golden age, a new Eden. We came here for an intergalactic evolved society. Absolutely. That is what we came here for. Hi, Lisa Lowry, Sources Vessel. Welcome in. Okay. We have messages for the collective. El Moria says, stand in your knowing, even when it is quiet. There is a call today to trust your inner directive without needing external confirmation. Not everything will make sense logically right now, but it will feel clear. You are being asked to choose what aligns. Hi, Christ Love Light. It's always your choice. You create your reality with your words, your thoughts, and your actions. You are being asked to move forward without over-explaining yourself, if you choose. You are being asked to anchor your will into peace, not force, if you choose. Power today equals calm certainty. Lady Nada says, tend to your emotional field gently. Do not override it. Many are feeling subtle waves, nothing extreme, but present. This is old energy dissolving at a softer level. Light, joy, and souls playing. Yeah, light. Feel without labeling it as good or bad. Give yourself permission to slow down emotionally. Choose compassion for yourself first. Your heart is recalibrating, not breaking. Archangel Michael says, cut cords, not from anger, but for clarity. This is important today. You may feel where your energy is being pulled or drained. Michael steps in to remind you you don't need conflict to create separation. You can step back quietly. We make these choices every day. You can release without explanation. You can protect your peace without guilt. Absolutely you can. Boundaries today are energetic, not confrontational. Absolutely. Archangel Gabriel says, speak less, but mean more. There is power in refined communication today. Instead of explaining everything, say what matters. Let silence do the rest. Trust that the right people will understand. This is a shift from volume to resonance. Your words are becoming carriers of frequency. Welcome in, Anita. Welcome to the Butterfly Sanctuary.
It comes out to where others attack us instead of taking the opportunity to grow within themselves. But that's okay. Keep shining your light for those who need their path illuminated and that appreciate the opportunity.
This song says it all.
Give no energy to your haters. No energy.
Give no energy to your haters. Put those hater blockers on. Absolutely. Arcturian Council says your body is integrating faster than your mind. Hi, Tammy. Hi, beautiful. It's light, joy, soul. Okay, so Spirit wants me to turn it up and play it for you. Here it goes.
My light is a high vibration, multiplied by future generations, inside to my manifestation. You gon' need some shades for this one, boo. My light is a high vibration, multiplied by future generations, inside to my manifestation. Illuminated once you get the revelation. The illumination of high-level thoughts, feelings, and awareness bring about an understanding too incredible to be accurately described. They are no longer a mystery, but a gift to me and you. Perception is reality, but for what I'm envisioning, I don't need to see through your eyes. Light bends through mine. I foresee what's waiting for me, and I intend to receive all of my good. You see, I'm royalty, and while that may make you uncomfortable, ask yourself, what in me makes me want to dim the shine of another? Ignite the darkness and chase your shadows. Find peace in that chaos and ascend. Find your light. Let me use my light to shine. I'm on a mission to recover what's mine. Let me use my light to shine. I'm on a mission, can't waste no time. My light is a high vibration, multiplied by future generations. Inside to my manifestation, illuminated once you get the revelation. My light is a high vibration, multiplied by future generations. Inside to my manifestation, illuminated once you get the revelation. The thing we don't understand is just how our light changes things. We walk into a room and expose the shadows. They're compelled to elevate up to a higher level of consciousness. So even if it's not our intention, sometimes our very presence triggers other people to confront the parts of themselves they may not want to. Now, this can manifest itself in a number of ways, but often it comes out to where others attack us instead of taking the opportunity to grow within themselves. But that's okay. Keep shining your light for those who need their path illuminated and that appreciate the opportunity to level up. Give no energy to your haters. No energy. Make them put on shades, boo. My light is a high vibration, multiplied by future generations. Inside to my manifestation, illuminated once you get the revelation. My light is a high vibration, multiplied by future generations. Inside to my manifestation, illuminated once you get the revelation.
All right. Thank you, Spirit. Yep. I think a lot of us needed to really listen to that song right now, because a lot of us are adjusting our frequencies for other people. I refuse to do this. I refuse to adjust my frequency for someone acting like a child, acting like a teenager when they're a freaking full-grown adult. Ain't happening. Not today, not tomorrow, ever. So, yeah. If you want to act like a baby, you're done. I'm not going to adjust my frequency for you. Okay. Had to get that off my chest. But thank you. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Arcturian Council says your body is integrating faster than your mind. This explains a lot of what many are feeling. You may notice subtle fatigue without reason, moments of zoning out or stillness, and sudden clarity after quiet periods. Exactly, Anita. Learning to refuse adjusting your frequency for anyone. It is draining. Absolutely. I don't even give... I can't give an ear to someone acting full. Acting all 3D. I can't do it. I don't have time for this. There's too many people that want to ascend their consciousness, that understand ascending consciousness is looking at things differently and not going back into the teenage, she said, he said, she said this, and I think you should have reacted differently. No, lady, I don't. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. Ugh. That's the way I feel about that. But I get it. I get it. You can let it affect your frequency, and I refuse. I refuse to. So, hello, child of God. Hi, darling. The Council of Radiant Light says you are entering a phase of refinement, not expansion. This ties everything together. The collective is not being pushed to do more right now. Instead, refine what you already know. You guys already... It is harder when it's family, Anita. It is. You got to refine what you already know or choose to. Everything is always a choice. And every choice you make creates your reality. Making choices, you know everything, Diana. It's all inside of you. Ask yourself questions and you will get the answers. Simplify your practices, deepen your embodiment. This is where power stabilizes. Threading it all together. Today is not about big breakthroughs. It is about choosing what feels true to you. Protecting your energy without noise. Allowing your body to integrate. Speaking less but holding more. This is a quiet mastery day. Okay. We got a dragon message coming through also from all our dragons. Hello, Damien, Divine Eye, Infinite Divine Eye. Yes, observation, Anita. And we are always guided to those that we get our inspiration from or our knowledge from. We're guided to exactly the places that spirit, that our higher selves wants us to be in. And then when you resonate with that person or that place or that book or that video, that is spirit that brought you there because you needed to hear that message. Be humble, be kind. Yes. Okay. The dragons say, beloved flame keepers, today is not a day of rising flames. It is a day of contained fire. There is power in this that many do not yet understand. A flame that reaches wildly can be seen, but a flame that is contained becomes unshakable. And this is what you are becoming. This is what we're all becoming. Well, hi, Catastrophic Diva. Welcome in. Welcome in. There is a power in this that many don't yet understand. But this is what we are becoming. You are being asked to hold your energy closer to your core today, not to withdraw in fear, but to refine what you carry. Feel this. You do not need to respond to everything you feel. You do not need to explain what you know. You do not need to act on every impulse to move. Instead, let the energy come to you. Let clarity rise from within you. There are cords dissolving today, not through force, but through lack of participation. Yes. This is mastery when you no longer feed what is misaligned. It cannot remain connected to you. Don't feed the trolls. Okay. A deeper truth for you to anchor. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is where your true signal strengthens. When you speak less, your field speaks louder. When you move less, your presence carries further. You may feel moments today where you want to pull back, where you feel quieter than usual, where you are observing more than engaging. Do not resist this. This is not disconnection. This is precision alignment. Guidance for the collective field today. Hold your flame steady in your heart space. Not projected outward, not dimmed, but anchored. Imagine your flame as a golden core within your chest. Wow, we talk about that gold, don't we? During snaps. Not flickering, not reaching, simply radiating. Yes. And know this, there are others around you who will feel this stability. They may not understand it, but they will be drawn to it. Because in a world of constant movement, you are becoming stillness that holds power. Closing seal from the dragon line. You are not being asked to rise today. You are being asked to become immovable in your light. From that place, everything aligned will find you. The flame does not chase. The flame becomes the center. Yes. The flame becomes the center. Thank you for the heart puffs and the gifts and the love and the likes. Yes. And the good luck bears and the love you. I love that so much. All right. Beautiful. All right, we do have some more messages from the Era of Light. The collective light of the stars. This is a channel by Caroline Oceana Ryan. This week's guidance from the Ascended Masters, Archangels, Star Nations families, Earth elements, Fae elders, angelic legions, dragon tribes of the light, and other higher known as the collective. Greetings, dear ones. We are very pleased to have this time to speak with you all again today. And so, as you are listening to this beautiful music and imaging, perhaps that you are on the back of a beautiful dragon friend. Yeah. And feeling the love they have for you and their wisdom, and remembering times when you knew that you could only move forward in your development if you could just go forward in that moment, that beautiful place of knowing that evolvement would lead you ever further into higher light, knowing that it wasn't a burden, that it wasn't strange and difficult, that journey, that it was joyful, that it was something you felt honored to take part in, and you knew you couldn't fail. The word fail didn't even occur to you. It wasn't a part of your life. It needn't be now either. It needn't be something that you are feeling that has anything to do with you whatsoever. It's just this beautiful place of flowing further and further into higher light, and remembering more and more of your co-creative power. That's why we're such a united force. Christ Conscious Collective is because together we are co-creators of the 5D of the new earth. Your inner mastery. Yes. You need to choose to master yourself. And then you create. And the power of your own wisdom to understand that everything around you is in many ways a hologram. It's just a representation. Just as a child draws on a sheet of paper full of color and all these huge shapes, and they're kind of crudely drawn, and it doesn't always come across as something easy to follow or understand. And so you're just kind of squinting at the drawing and wanting to work out what is going on. But that child is in complete control of what it is that they want to say. And when they only scrawl in great circles and crisscrosses, they're basically saying, I'm showing you the chaotic nature of the energy on the planet. How many of our kids, when they were little, scribbled on paper and we thought it was scribbles? It wasn't. They were showing us the chaotic nature of the energy of this planet. I wonder how that has changed since my kids were children, little, and used to scribble on paper. Do kids still scribble? I don't have any young children to ask that question. Right? Hey, Tammy B. Hey, darling. Anyone that has any little children still scribble on paper? Or do they try to draw stick figures? Or does their drawings make more sense? Ooh, wavy lines. So kids are drawing wavy lines. I haven't asked Chunk. Oh. Yeah. I'll have to have, I don't know, I think Chunk's a little old now. He's 8. But I don't remember him scribbling. Now I remember, Kevin started off drawing circle with a dot in the middle over and over and over. Wow, that's interesting, Irish. A circle with a dot in the middle. Oh my goodness. That's wild. I scribbled, I believe. I know my kids would scribble. It could be that they aren't very coordinated yet and that a lot of easily recognizable representations haven't yet occurred to them in terms of what to draw or paint. Oh, you receive light codes in Scribble as well as light codes. Stick figures, yes. I still draw in stick figures. Or it could be that they're trying to tell you something. Maybe they're trying to say, I came from a place of pure light and pure joy and divine love, and I will return to it one day. Now, the interesting thing is that as every child comes in, they anchor a bit of that beautiful higher reality into earth life. Yes. Yes, and you scribble the same symbols you do today. You know it as light language. Yes. Beautiful. And it says, yes, you were one of those children, most assuredly, dear ones. That was you coming in, not necessarily as an angel, although perhaps some of you are angels in disguise. Well, absolutely, we are angels in disguise. We are human angelics, the holy grails on the earth. But more as a bit of starlight anchored into the earth so people could remember where they came from to begin with. Yes. And so that they could remember, we're here to grow and to learn. We're here to become brighter. We're here to take on all this bizarre contrast. All of the shadows, all of the seeming sadness and loss, all the things that cause grief and anger. And absolutely, people are exasperated or astonished at how hard life is. Yes, you came in for that. You came in for all the experiences. Hi, Mama Yaya. Hi, beautiful. But you didn't come in to be defeated by it or defined by it. You came in with the opposite desire to define the earth by the light that is within you, to define earth life and humanity by the light of the stars. As She Talks to Angels is playing. You can't make this stuff up, guys. His spirit, you got jokes. You got jokes. To define earth life and humanity by the light of the stars, by the light of your own sun and the great central sun. Yes. And the center, so rarely glimpsed. The center of all being and all existence. That is the light and the joy and the brilliance of divine love. The center. Wow. Think about it, what we talked about yesterday. As we go inward, connecting to the Earth Star Chakra, that's the center of the earth. And that is how we are going to affect the whole earth, is by the center. Connecting to the center. And then Irish saying that her son, when he was little, drew circles with a dot in the middle. The center. He was trying to tell us this. The children are coming in. They're trying to tell us that. We are, yes. Everything is created in the void. Mirror of Life is playing. Mirror of Life. That's right. And the center so rarely glimpsed, the center of all being and all existence. That is the light and the joy and the brilliance of divine love. That divine presence you have in your heart space, dear ones. Exactly. Your heart space. That's where the gold originates. In your heart space. And so you might look around and say, well, if I'm so amazing, if I'm such a creator, why haven't I created a beautiful house and much better car and a better job or bigger pension or whatever it is? And we would say, you can do all of that, dear ones. You can do all of that, but you came in for something even bigger than that, as nice as it is to create a beautiful home. Aha, manifestation. Manifestation is real. The circle with the dot represents the monad, the higher self. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Sharon. Hi, beautiful angel. We would never say that you're getting too dragged down by outer forms of life and you've forgotten who you are. You haven't. You haven't. You are remembering. When you create something beautiful in your environment, you're remembering who you are, not forgetting. When you find a way to heal yourself or just even to seek healing, whether for mind, body, or spirit, you are showing how powerful you are. Not how alone and weak with all these questions, where you're sort of just wandering and asking for support, and you don't know where it's going to come from. Not at all. You know exactly where it comes from. You met many times as your higher self, with many beautiful guides, including those who came into this earth with you, with many beautiful angelics. Yes, absolutely. Hi, Jules. Hi, beautiful angel. Some of you met with the ascended masters, the great teachers, the great angels and archangels, the light beings who helped to shape this earth, going back in earth time millions of years. And yet none of the time past matters at all. Many of us are members of councils, earth councils, and we meet with the galactic councils. Yes. You could sit down and chat with any of them now, even as they're creating another planet, and you would pitch in. You would lend your light to that effort, and they would be overjoyed to accept it. And it's not like you would contaminate the process, because you're this person who came into earth life, and heaven knows, oh, human beings, they're weak and they're helpless and they're a bit of a mess. No one in the higher realms looks at you that way, dear ones. All of them and all of us see your powerful capabilities. We know you're creators. We know your mastery. We know you came in to assist, and yes, to learn a bit more and to heal that which you have suffered in other lives. But it's not like that has to run the show. You're not here to constantly seek out healing as if you were drastically wrong or weak or bad or carrying so many disabilities. You can barely move forward. You're here to love every aspect of your journey, every bit of it. So now you're wondering, what have the dragons got to do with that? And that's an excellent question. Now we're going to bring them forth and ask them, please, to speak their beautiful Tegetan Palladian light language, which is a form of sound healing. It works with you very, very powerfully. Not meant to be directly translated, but it works with your energies to peel back those layers of forgetfulness, to help you remember. Oh, right. I am a creator. I am a master of this and that. I am an artist. I am this one who sings, and with that beautiful tonal frequency creates whole worlds. If you read the beautiful Chronicles of Narnia, you may remember in one of them, Aslan first creates the world with a tonal frequency, opening his mouth wide and emitting a loud and beautiful tone. They're talking about the Sons, guys. The Son of Orion. All the songs that we've listened to in this class at 11:11. I Call My Power Back is playing right now. That's another joy and soul song. And it is so that sound healing creates. Yes? Sound healing creates. Hi, Missy Marie. Hi, beautiful. It is so that your words create. And you're fully aware of that old adage about how abracadabra is actually a mispronunciation of words that mean, my word is my wand. Yes, you are magicians. Look into your hands. You carry the M's in one or both of your hands. You are magicians. Yes, you are people who assist in the creation of many fine things. At the moment, you're assisting in the creation of a fifth density earth life. And there's nothing small about that. Yes. There's nothing small about that. The next time you feel a bit crushed or knocked about by life, you can stop and look at that situation or that person or that emotion or that dark thought and say, no, I think you've got that wrong. I am a powerful creator, capital C, and I'm here to bring light into every situation that I even breathe near. Yes. No, Teresa. But those being brought into our consciousness do, yes, Teresa. Those that are being brought into our reality do. Because we're meant to connect with the people with the M's in their hands. Even when you think of a place, you send it light. Even when you think of a person, send them light. And you might say, well, okay, that's all right, I guess. But what if I'm angry at that person? You're being honest about the fact that you're still in a human body. And you're still struggling to understand some things that have not yet made themselves clear. That's all. It doesn't mean you don't love them in some way that isn't immediately apparent, but they crossed your path asking for love. And believe it or not, that's what your powerful, magnanimous spirit body is exuding every day. It just transmutes anything dense and transmits everything beautiful, everything bright. And it isn't to say you should throw away those parts of yourself that aren't happy or aren't in a place of pure joy. Because right now, anything that you're unhappy about is coming up to be healed, to be transmuted, and to be transformed, to find its higher level. Always look at the bigger picture. Always. Nothing is done to you. It's all done for you. So transmute and transform to find its higher level. It's just something asking to come up out of the surface so it can meet with its full enactment, its full joy, its full expression. It's not really that ugly and that dark, even though as it sits in your head as a sadness or a resentment or a shock or a trauma, it will feel that way. It's you breaking out of some old shell that in the past, in other earth lives, you hadn't broken through yet. And would you be disappointed to see a baby born? A little bird pecking its way out of a shell? A butterfly pushing its way out of the cocoon? And you're wise not to help it, because as it does so, as you know, it grows stronger. It grows strong enough to fly. You know what happens when you try to push a butterfly out of its cocoon? Or when you try to pull it out? It dies. So we're wise not to help it. Because as it does so, as you know, it grows stronger. And there's Angel. There's my mom coming in. There's my mom coming in with Angel. But when you let it go through what it needs to go through, all the trials and tribulations, it turns into a beautiful butterfly. And it grows strong enough to fly. That's all you're doing, dear ones. It's a transformation, a transfiguration. Yes, a transmutation. But you're becoming something new that in reality you have been many times, not just in this particular environment. So now let's call upon our beautiful dragon friends. And they're going to share some beautiful sound healing with you. And again, don't trouble yourself to figure out, quote, what they're really saying. Some images may come to mind, and if we see images come to mind, we'll share them with you. But just relax and receive. Now we can see what the dragons are doing, and it's very beautiful. Right now, there are things for all of you that you would absolutely love to create, but you feel that there are things in the way. Maybe your disbelief. Maybe you're entrained to some energetic field that is holding you back. Maybe that's been the case for a number of lifetimes for you. Maybe you feel like, well, that's asking too much. I don't want to appear selfish. Maybe you feel like, I don't usually do that kind of thing, etc. On and on and on. And what they're doing is helping you break down the barriers and understand there's no difference, none whatsoever, in creating something lovely and small and creating something really big and astounding. It's all creation. And that big and astounding thing just might be your own healing. It's a matter of how much light you're willing to let in and how much of your own greater self, your higher self, your divine self, how much of that you're allowing to come into the body and come into the consciousness. To make that smaller aspect, bring it to a realization where, no, you don't run the show here. I'm beginning to remember who I am. And it's not even a battle of wills. It's not even based in personality or ego. It's all based in the fact that you're moving beyond personality and ego. That's one of the reasons you're coming to a place where you're absolutely grasping how powerful you really are. That more and more elements and more of the presence of your divine self are moving into your energies every day. And that you're becoming your higher self every day, more and more. Can anything hold that back at this point? We would say no. Even though some part of your subconscious might try to hold that back because it's saying, well, that's just a bit strange. That's just a little bit dicey. We don't know. Can we trust that? Might be risky. Remember what happened in that life where you were a healer and you were jailed or worse because they didn't want healers empowering people? And we would say, go ahead and be powerful. Go ahead and live out your life full. Your full life, dear ones. Your full light. Because right now, all the light that is flowing to the earth is highly sentient. Every single sparkle, every single pinpoint of light is coming in. Not only the solar angels who are so wonderful, not only the light beings and the friendly ETs as you call them, and not only this overall energetic flow, but every tiny little speck of gold particle coming in is sentient. Wow. And each one has a voice, and you are absorbing all of that joy. Wow. You sure are. You're using it as further fuel to support this transformation that you're currently in. And we congratulate you for not moving away or turning away from how challenging it can be some days. We're just going to flow energies to you straight into the heart space, lines of light. Lines of light into the heart, then lines of light flowing out from your heart space. Supporting you, keeping you so beautifully aware of who you really are. Hi, Paradise. Hi, beautiful. And the dragons, they're reminding you because you did indeed, all of you have a beautiful dragon friend in other lives in the advanced civilizations. More than one. One main dragon. So as you connect with that beautiful dragon companion and guide and teacher and healer, they are going to also remind you of who they are. Reminding you now of who you are. In your dream state, you travel Earth timelines and you go back to when you used to be in the great civilizations. Maybe the high point of Egypt, maybe Lemuria or Atlantis, or maybe you're in Inner Earth or back on your home planet. And you're recalling so much that's so beautiful. And yes, you're bringing much of that joy back into the Earth life. Now you might say, then why am I sad? Why am I angry some days? Because the old ego, again, the old personality and the old ego must release. They must go. And the further you move into divine love and remembering more fully who you are and why you are here, they will fade away. That smaller aspect. They will just get so small that they fade away. So there's nothing to stress over, dear ones. You're right on schedule. Everything is wonderful for you. Yes, the earth is in tumult, and yet much of what appears to be tragic is going to be reversed. It's already being sort of stood on its head, you might say, and that is something that you might count on. You're not here to only look at what is happening outwardly and feel isolated as a light being. You're here to join with all the other light beings, as you do every night in the etheric, spreading light all around the planet. Remembering the higher realms, remembering your true identity, and then going beyond identity to just blending with that beautiful morphogenic field of pure love. And that flows through you constantly. You cannot lose it. You cannot avoid it. In essence, it is who you are. We celebrate you, dear ones, and we send much love, honored as always, to assist on your path. Namaste. Woo! That was powerful. That was really powerful. That was Light of the Stars, the collective. From Tegeta. Wow. That touched my heart. That touched my heart. Guys, we have 1 minute till snaps. This is like divine timing. Divine timing. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah. Still Human by Oracle Nomads playing as we do our snaps. Okay, here we go. This is our butterfly, and we're all on here because we work together to bring in the codes, to anchor them onto the planet. We are one united Christ-conscious collective. And this is our past loved ones. They're always with us also. Anytime you think of them, you see their face in your head, you hear their words, what they say. Doesn't that make them alive? Yes, it does. And this is us. Here's my stick figures with big old smiles on our face, connected to our halo technology, connected to source energy, which is all the colors of the rainbow. This is the golden Aurelian arc that we pull from the energy of this arc into ourselves, making us golden butterflies, transforming us into the golden butterflies. And this is the Christos spiral that we work with. This is the codex, the spiral codex. We also work with earth, air, fire, water, and ether. Going from 2 strands of DNA all the way to 12 strand and beyond. And this is also our room. We are watched over, guided, and protected. Riffraff isn't allowed in here. And Steffi did that for us. Here's little toothless Cat drew for us. We go through the door to become the butterfly. That green is for the heart chakra. And there's the solar plexus energy, the golden energy. Maya drew this for us. Yep. And this is Forest Fairy's work. She saw the dragons in here. She saw the priest, the pan, the joker, the mother goose, the XOXO. Me handing out hats. She saw that we come in as our higher selves. That's the Ankh. She saw the magic, the Magdalines. She saw time travel, the hummingbird. We go down those rabbit holes in order to transmute them. That's what we do because we are the unicorns and the rainbow butterflies. And this is the daily armor of God invocation because we put on the armor of God to do our work. Today we rise in light. Today we walk as flame. We put on the helmet of truth. Our minds are clear. We wear the breastplate of light. Our hearts are pure. We lift the shield of faith. No shadow may enter. And we move mountains, change timelines, just like Yeshua said we would. What I can do, you can do. Moving timelines. Here's a big old lucky hug for everyone in here. Creating and empowering yourself. We wield the sword of spirit. Our voice is power. We stand in the shoes of peace. We walk with purpose. Our grid is sealed. Our flame is online. Our codex is alive. We are the love. We are the light. We are the truth. We are. Yes. On May 1st, I will be doing the drawing for my giveaway. We will also be starting the Sophia Code. So if you have the book, you can come read with us. Or if you don't, I can send you an e-copy. Just message me if you'd like an e-copy of the Sophia Code. We're all about peace, love, unity, respect, creating the new earth, bringing the 5D codes in, anchoring them on this planet. That is what we're here for. All right, this is our healing chain, and all these people and places have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with crystal healing, or with prayer. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people and places. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Miasatosh koros priyata makoros yata. Miasatosh koros priyata makoros yata. Miasatosh koros priyata makoros yata. All right. This is our rainbow butterfly dream catcher. We all work in the astral. Anytime we shut our eyes, our soul doesn't need to rest. Our higher self doesn't need to rest. Only our body does. So we go out into the astral and we're doing so much work out there. We're meeting with the councils. We're collecting fragments of the children, putting things back together, pieces, and building the new earth in the astral also. That's where the blueprint is for the new earth, in the astral. So we're building that. So as we do this, there are other forces that want to stop us. They don't want us working in the astral. They don't want us remote viewing what they're doing. So anytime we go into the astral, take this with you. It's the rainbow butterfly dream catcher. It will keep you from bringing back bumps and bruises or thoughts or anything that you might pick up in the astral. Okay. Also, if you have your own, and don't forget to bring your dragon with you and shield yourself. Use the Maharic Shield. Maharic Shield is on YouTube. First time you do it, it'll take you 15 minutes. But as you keep doing it, it takes less and less time. For me, I do it in a minute's time. It's like the full armor of God. When I mention it, it's on, right? So Chris did this for us, and we're bringing that with us to protect us in the astral. Okay, let's go ahead and do our Aurelian Arc energy work. So this is the Aurelian Arc. So I want you to picture a golden arc of energy around the earth, around the whole earth. And we have this same golden energy in our hearts. And we're going to pull from the golden energy of this Aurelian arc into our hearts. We're going the opposite direction of what we used to do. We're going to take this energy, this golden energy, and bring it down through our chakras, through our heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, down into the root chakra, and keep going down into the center of the earth, into the earth star chakra. And hold that energy there and picture it from the center going all over the world to help spark the remembrance of everyone in the world. Spark the remembrance of who they are at a soul level. We know who we are. We have anchored our light into our bodies. But there are many out there who don't remember. And this grid work here, this helps them remember by sharing, but from the center of the earth. Instead of just, sending it out to the wind, we're sending it in the center so that it can radiate outward all over the earth. All right, now hold that thought. Hold that beautiful thought. All right, beautiful. Thank y'all for being here for the grid work. Yes? All right, if we have any new people in here that would like to be on the butterfly, let me know your favorite rainbow color, and I will get you on the butterfly, and you'll be on there for tomorrow. And that just means when you can't make it to class, you're still on there to do the grid work with us. And so, yeah. It just strengthens our grid work a little bit more. So is there anyone in here that would like that? Okay. We're going to get into, we just did the 7 principles of man with the understanding the chakras, discovering and using the energy of your 7 vital force centers. We just went over that. Okay. The elements. Let us see how this definition fits in with the chakras in man. Spirit, we have already noted, manifests at the crown of the head. And the next chakra to appear in order of density is the force center between the eyebrows, which St. Paul refers to as soul, but which we may now call mind, being the seat of mental activity. Next in order is the throat center. And this, as St. Paul said, is the body in essence because it is the seat of the ether. Ah, yes, the ether is the seat of the throat. The throat is the seat of the ether. The ether is the substratum from which the 4 lower elements, air, fire, water, and earth, are derived. Each of these elements is merely a modification of the basic ether, so that the ether may rightly be regarded as the basic material body. The 4 elements of air, fire, water, and earth have their seats respectively at the heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root chakras. In this way, we see that the higher triplicity and lower quaternary appear in man strictly in accordance with the numerical laws of manifestation, and the 7 chakras are an exact working out of these laws. Alchemists referred to the ether as the quintessence or 5th level of vibration, and we shall see later how the 4 lower elements are both produced from and return to this etheric substratum or latency. The more advanced alchemists also realized that since the various levels of consciousness are merely the life force vibrating at different frequencies, it follows that one level may be transmuted into another merely by changing the rate of vibration. And hence, the transformation of one element into another is a perfect natural possibility. Through an understanding of these principles, it will become possible for scientists in the future to control the weather. This also applies, as we can do also. As we can do also. Just saying. We light workers, I don't know if you remember, the powers that be, or whatever you want to call them, had said that Florida was going to have its worst hurricane season last year. Well, there are many light workers in Florida. Let's just, say that. And nothing, you're right, Trina, nothing. Because you know why? They told us, they basically told the light workers on the planet that in Florida that, you're going to have all these hurricanes. But you know what us light workers said? No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not going to have any hurricanes. And we put a stop to all of them. And they didn't realize that we are that powerful. You want rain? Ask for rain. And it all started with a simple thing called popping clouds. A simple thing that you can do is pop clouds. Well, You can also create rain. You can make rain go away. You can create snow. Jules created snow in New Hampshire when she was there in April, because that is how powerful we are. That is how powerful we are. We now know who we are at a soul level. That is why they're up in arms. That is why they cannot no longer control the weather, because we do. See that? See that? Exactly, child of God. They can't throw this stuff at us anymore. We're too powerful for it. I take your tornado and shove it where the sun don't shine. That's what the light workers are saying. Oh my gosh. It's hilarious to me. It is hilarious to me. What is this called? One Rhythm. One Rhythm. It makes me laugh. It does. We needed some rain in Florida. I made rain here. Did you make some rain, Paradise? Where you're at? It actually rained here yesterday. It rained here yesterday. Because I was like, come on, Spirit, give us some rain. And yeah, we made rain. But I think it's funny that that's mentioned. That the scientists in the future will be able to control the weather. Well, the light workers control the weather now. Yes. And this is, again, if this doesn't resonate with you, leave it, okay? I love to use my imagination, and I let my imagination run wild. My imagination is my connection to my higher self. So, and that's, do a rain dance. I love that. I love that. Okay, so this also applies to the transmutation of our grosser vibrations into our finer ones. The esoteric alchemy dealt with the refinement of man's consciousness by purification until the dross of the lower self was entirely transmuted and the pure gold of spiritual consciousness was attained. This process of attainment is known under various names to all true mystics of whatever religion. In more modern times, Einstein and other well-known physicists have noted the fact that matter is thought, vibrating at a lower frequency. In earlier times, alchemists performed their transmutations of one metal into another using the simple same principles. In fact, all manifestation is merely the life force working at different rates of vibration, and the difference between one element and another is merely its different frequency of vibration. Yes. The sequence of involution. The body, as we have seen, is really the third or objective aspect of the Trinity. That is the ether. Its four modifications comprise air, fire, water, and earth. The sequence of involution may be expressed in the following way. For an objective manifestation to occur, there must first be space within which it can do so. Therefore, ether is the element of pure space alone. Next, there must be locomotion within that space. Love songs playing. And this is the element of air, which is motion alone within that space. Next, there must come into being the principle of expansion, which is the element of fire. This is followed by the principle of contraction, which is the element of water. Finally, the principle of solidity or cohesiveness manifests, which is the element of earth. These principles or elements are often referred to by the Sanskrit term tattvas, meaning thatness or suchness. This means the essence of any quality. These elements are all that there is. In fact, there is nothing else except them in the world of name or form. They are the bricks of which our total experience is built, and the world of manifestation is composed solely of the elements. There you go. Advanced chakra teachings. And with that, that is class for the day. If anyone would like to come up and share, it is now share time. I am going to get our song ready for 11:11, the Song of Orion. So who would like to come up and share anything you might have learned today, your feelings? You're so welcome. Yes, Alicia, I'd love to have you up, darling. Always love your wisdom. Hey, star beings. Ace to you, darling. Have a beautiful Holly.
Hi, beautiful butterfly sanctuary.
Hello.
Your cards are speaking to me today. I love the Lyrans. You know, I have to come up to speak
Yes.
about Lyrans. I want to say thank you firstly. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. It's speaking a lot to us. If you look at the symbolic of the cards, it's showing two lions, right? Which is represented by the divine feminine.
Yes.
Number two represents the divine feminine. If you look at the cards, you would see it's in a mirror with the two earths, which is the split, right? The mirror represents like Venus. One of Venus' tools is the mirror. Mirror to thyself. Are we observing the shadow aspect? And are we connecting it to our authentic self, such as you mentioned earlier? I love that you spoke about the etheric realms, because I work really, really deep with the etheric and the astral planes. So diving into that aspect, the etheric plane is the closest layer to our physical blueprint, right? It holds a lot of the suppressed, unprocessed emotional trauma and whatever limitation. So that's what they call the shadow aspect of self. So when we do inner work or shadow work, we are breaking up the distortions on the etheric planes, and then we are coming down to the astral planes. So the astral planes, you also spoke something very, very divine and enlightenment. I was so grateful for that, because the astral plane also holds the elemental kingdom as well, and they actually got trapped when Atlantis sunk, right? And when they are trapped, they cannot go through the beautiful divine sphere of a Amenti. So while you were doing great work, and I love that you mentioned, anchor that gold and silver light within Earth's core. We are enlightening Mother Gaia's heart, right? Which is that beautiful sphere of a Amenti. So we are activating Mother Gaia's heart as well as our heart space, because we work very closely with the elemental kingdoms. We also work very closely with the elements within our divine blueprint, such as the air, the earth, the fire, the water, and the ether. Because I love that you mentioned that when we go to bed, it's just the physical body needs rest because it has limitations with that, right? So if you understand the dialogue between the shadow aspect, because we are in a shadow matrix when we incarnate into this denser plane. When we go back up to our true divine authentic blueprint, there's no shadow aspect anymore. There's just true authentic alignment with your divine organic crystal blueprint, which is your physical, mental, emotional, astral, etheric. a lot told me, Alicia, you need to stay away from the astral plane. There's a lot of battles there and thing. But divine always mentioned to me, and something with me, I would say I'm a little rebel. I listen to divine over anything in this reality or anyone.
Absolutely.
That divine intuition have never guided me astray. The first
Yep.
message divine mention is, Alicia, this is for everyone, for all of us, even including myself, is to honor your divine feminine and divine masculine energies. Both have been wounded and both are healing. All are interconnected in each chakra and each dimensional plane. So if you go to the root chakra or the earth star chakra, it has a masculine and a feminine energy. If you go to the crown chakra, it's the same thing, right? Even in the heart chakra. How well are you balancing it within your own inner universe? Are you healing or adjusting that divine blueprint? Because we are the organic Christo Sophia avatars. We are not inorganic. We are not AI. So, in order for us to really
Right.
connect to the divine, I love that you mentioned about the Maharata shields, right? It takes us back to clearing the distortion within the mutated DNA as well. And speaking from like a Blu-ray perspective, this is one of our purpose as well. It goes back to healing from the core. So when we heal Mother Gaia's core, we are healing our core as well. Because we had so many soul splits and distortions. And I love that your card is showing 2 lions, 2 earths, and a mirror as well. Because it's representing the cosmic wound as well. So if we are not addressing the cosmic womb, which is our sacral chakra, which is connected to the D2 strand, which is the Lumerians, the Hyperboreans, we are not connecting to the emotional, empathic, like body, right? That's why empathy is so important in understanding how the water element flows or the air elements as well, because water and earth is a feminine element, air and fire is a masculine element. So, in understanding how these elements operate within your system, like for me, I connect very well to air and fire and a bit of water. I do not have much earth. So, earth for me, like stability, is a very interesting factor. Like when I incarnated here, I can understand how can someone be stable when everything is constantly moving, because particles are moving and changing just like a wave, just like a frequency, because I saw it as well, like in that perspective. I love that you mentioned about light codes and scribbles, because that's how I receive light codes as well. And it took me a long time, maybe as a kid, we were taught not to follow this pathway. That's why I always love that children always follow what their heart, they listen to that divine heart intuition. And that heart intuition would never guide them astray. That's like the divine mother, the cosmic egg. So are we healing that cosmic egg? Are we healing that earth? Are we healing that water aspect as well too? Because that is what Lumerians used to practice when they co-create with divine God source. So we have to bring back that empathy, that love, that compassion, that gentle side, that serenity, that peace within. Because there's nothing external. We have to be in control of our emotional state as well, just like our mental state. I love that you mentioned the mental plane as well, because a lot cannot declutter from thought. Thought is also a programming, like sometimes you may see positive thoughts, sometimes you may see negative thoughts. And based on my experiencing, like having NDEs and outer body experience, even a soul split, your body tends to retain the negative aspect until you start to declutter from all these divine planes. So when you start to do inner work, shadow work, right? So you can either be a duality between the light and the dark worker, because not everyone can arise to the light just so. It's like, I love this native song, when the heart breaks, then the light shines through, which is truth. So because life teaches each and every one of us different experiences, are we learning from this? or are we going to follow back the same pattern? That's why I love that you mentioned about the spiral, because we are not following the Fibonacci spiral anymore. We are
No,
truly ascending to the crystal spirals, which is
that's right.
the liquid crystal DNA, right? Because if you look at
That's
your
right.
blood or your plasma, it's the activation for your DNA, your
Mm-hmm.
12, 36, or 48 strand. And the way you can activate it is through the divine Amori flames of the gold, the violet, and the blue flames, which is connected to the D2 chakra, which is your sacral womb, which is connected to Lumeria. So when you activate that emotional, empathic abilities within you, you can balance and understand how an empath mirrors back to you as well. Because they are not really, I would say, being an empath, you are not a narcissist, but sometimes you have to mirror back certain traits to see what is reflecting to you that may be wounded, that needs to be healed or addressed, because we all have different layers to be healed. Like for me, I know my layers was like the solar, the sacral, and the root, because that for me was pretty dense. And I have to dive deep to balance back and to ground back. So I have to be patient with myself, even through all the endeavors, all the pain, and all the trauma, and all these things, right? I have to declutter, because to balance your higher and your upper heart is just like balancing your chakras. And if you look at the card that you have with Lyra, if you connect the two earths, you'll get the 8 star, right? It goes to the infinity symbol, or the 8 point star. Eight
Yep.
point two chakra is also, as you mentioned, connects to the Orion, the song of as well. It also connects to Venus. Venus' greatest tool was the 8 point star, which is the greatest electromagnetic fields. So if we activate such as your Maharata shields from the 6 point star, which is also Venus, you can also access the 8 point star, which is connecting to the divine elements. And it's called Venus compass as well. So for me, it's a tool that Venus uses as well, but it kind of got a little shattered when we had the pole shifts and when Atlantis sunk and the Orion belt got things, because I came to learn even from yesterday's live, and I'm so grateful for this. And I'm so grateful for you doing grid work on a daily basis. I commend you, Opal. Keep shining, beautiful butterfly Shantari, because you mentioned about the Orion's belt. And the Orion belts got kind of distorted a bit when the pole shifts and stuff occurred on Earth, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
are healing that 8 star chakra as well. We are healing that Venusian energies. We are healing that into Mother Gaia as well, because that's the feminine energies as well. So we are connecting back that love, that divine, gentle love of a mother back into Earth as well, because Earth gives us so much. But are we grateful? Are we in our heart space? It's like you go to somewhere and someone's only wants to take, but they're not replenishing. Does Mother Gaia likes that? No. But the thing is, she still has to give, because that's one of her duties of being a mother. Same as Venus, right? And I love the concept, like with Venus, of being a divine feminine, that she ascended to the underworld, because she even saw the underworld needed love, just as the upper world. No goddesses did that besides Venus, whether she is considered as Ishtar, Inanna, even Mother Mary, I look at as Venus as well. And it's such a beautiful thing to connect back to the earth, because you are giving that earth that love, that healing energies, because this is what the planet needs. This is what all of us needs to ascend. Because how are we going to meet our higher self, or our starseed family, our light family? We can't meet them saying that you're going with a backpack full of X, Y, and Z. You have to declutter, because you want to be free. It's like the 5D earth and the above earth, you are going to go back into a liquid crystal form. You're not going to be a dense carbon based form with limitations and stuff like that, what we experience in the physical realm. So we have to evolve as the earth is evolving, as well as our starseed family would meet us with open arms as well too, such as the Lyrans. That's why the Lyrans are connected to the gold and silver ray, because they anchor that from the sun into Mother Gaia's core, which is the beautiful sphere of a Menti. Paisha kinama alakatele irasha. Lasha interdoa meki rasha. Shamukitane ama ashanamata. Alaham ki rasha. Alaham ki rasha. Alaham ki rasha. Thank you, Divine, with a grateful heart. Thank you, Lyrans. Thank you, Guardians. And one thing they mentioned, Alaham ki rasha, means I am the divine rainbow. You are that divine rainbow race. So when you activate your Maharata shields and your crystal shields, just like the drums. So if you listen to the drums, it's like the heartbeat of earth as well. So if you feel that heart space, you would feel how that pulsation and that electromagnetic fields work within you. Are you addressing it with alignment, truth, and authenticity? Because it's all beautiful to ascend to the light, but can you maintain that frequency? And that's a task for all of us as light bearers, because sometimes we fluctuate through the rainbow roller coaster.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes it's like the oscillation. So are we truly understanding the shadow aspect of ourselves? Are we truly understanding? Like, some gets offended when I say you have to merge with your darkness, because this is something that I had to do to understand, to rise to my authentic self. Like, I had to accept these events that occurred and to pull back my soul fragmented pieces from these events and truly love my inner child. And that takes a lot of deep courage, such as the Lyrans, such as going through that deep layer, such as the black layer. A lot of people don't want to address the black ray, but the black ray do exist. And the black ray holds a lot of, fragmented pieces that we need to reclaim back, such as the white layer. So the white ray in the rainbow as well represents like your etheric plane, which is the black and white layer, or the gold and silver as Lyra. So this is how I see the divine rainbow rays as well, because even Ashiana Dean from her book mentioned about the rainbow round tables. And when I was told that I'm a blue ray, I actually saw the full rainbow frequency in my aura. And I was happy. I was like so amazed, like, wow. Then I came to realize the blue rays, or the blue flame bearers, are the feminine ones who embody the rainbow rays. So the rainbow ray means that you have the full spectrums of the rainbow to heal the transmuted and alchemized DNA, such as the violet ray, such as the gold ray. So the Amori flame, what we are opening is that D2 chakra, which is the 8th stargate of Venus as well. So through the Amori flame, or the Amori heart, you would see that triple flame. Because if you look at the depiction of Joshua or anything, they will always be pointing to their heart space. Even, this is why I resonate so much with Mother Mary, right? Because she's such a gentle love and a beautiful, innocent love. Because I had a conversation. I never saw her in the other realms, but I can feel her divine presence, right? And I had an incident that occurred to me, and I was crying, and I was asking, where is the love on this planet? Where is the compassion? And she came to me, and I couldn't, like, everything just disappeared. I felt so serenity. I felt so peaceful. And I asked Mama, I said, Mother, I would call her Pretty Lady. So I would say, Pretty Lady, so if someone nails my child or my son on a cross, I will beat them up. And she would laugh. She would laugh at me, and she said, Alicia, because she will watch me like a little child, because we are all children in God's eyes, right? And she'll watch me, Alicia, let it be, because it had to play out that way for others to learn the lesson, right? Because you can't tell me I love Christ so much, Joshua so much, and I watching somebody hurt he, or watching you hurt my mother. No. I'm a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm both a
Mm-hmm.
fighter and a lover, so I could be the rebel one.
Mm-hmm.
And she would laugh. She would laugh, and she would say, "Leisha, let it be, let it be, let it be." You know that I think that's a song that they sing, "Let It Be." And
Mm-hmm.
I broke down and cried when I heard that song because I felt it in my heart space. I felt it deep, deep, deep. And it goes back to us
Mm-hmm.
being healers as well. And I love that you mentioned even we were prostituted even in parallel timelines because I
That's
felt that.
right.
I felt
Mm-hmm.
that even in this timeline because I was
Mm-hmm.
burnt alive. I was even hung. I was
Mm-hmm.
even all
Mm-hmm.
these traumatic events,
Same.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but just speaking the truth. And I was wondering, thank you, Divine. If this is really divine awakening, should divine awakening be love and light always? Why do we have to go through so much a deep trauma? But we came back to heal. We came back to embody that organic crystal frequencies. You know, and for us to shine our life, we have to be authentic to ourselves first. We have to speak that truth. We have to acknowledge these things that happen and truly heal from the shadow aspect. Because if you look at it, when and this is why I speak a lot about the shadow aspect, because when you incarnated in the earth school, even a baby has a shadow, even a tree has a shadow. And it's a limitation within your own inner universe. Are you addressing that to pull back your authentic soul fragmented pieces? Because a lot of things got segregated or distorted throughout history because we are now learning what really happened to this planet, what happened to us when we got fragmented,
Mm-hmm.
such as our memory. Because I have a lot of distorted
Mm-hmm.
memories that I am trying to reclaim. Like sometimes I would ask myself, like I remember for my first NDE, I was only 26 years of age, and I would ask myself when I come back here, where am I? Who am I? What am I? Like I didn't know where am I again in the physical. Like I had a whole death and rebirth transformation again. And it's funny that even that is an illusion too as well. Because when someone thinks they die or they leave the physical realm, they are just going to a different plane of existence under the rainbow frequencies. So when you address like because I was asking Divine, why did I have to go through so much, outer body experiences and come back here in the physical? And I didn't want it to be in the physical, honestly speaking. I just wanted to be free and to go home. Then I realized that I had a divine purpose of being a rainbow bridge. So someone has to fill the gaps of between the worlds, such as the fairies. And I love that you mentioned about butterfly fairies because the fairies is the original grid workers or the light bearers that can hold the between the realms, such as like how you depicted with the Lyrans as well. The fairies are the organic nature creator with the elementals, right? And we tend to forget that because, we are caught up so much in the external reality,
Mm-hmm.
not understanding what is the purpose of the elemental beings because they serve a greater purpose
Mm-hmm.
on the faith as well. So for us, like speaking a light language, even sometimes the fairies would come through. I connect very deeply to the Maharaji fairies or the blue fairies, which is also part of the guardians as well, such as I think they are connected to the blue avians too as well or things too, because the butterfly song fairies also stem cell like planets like Sirius B. If you look like the water beings came from Sirius and all these other planets as well. But I connected so much and I didn't realize that I'm part Syrian as well. So maybe yeah, we are anchoring back that beautiful divine blue ray into the core of Mother Gaia's heart. And I'm grateful for this, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you for sharing your lights, sharing your love to the world, because this is what we
Mm-hmm.
need. We need that inner love. We need that compassion, that unity under that law of one. Maisha kina maalakatali rasha. Rasha into doy mekila shamo shamo shamo. I think the fairies want to come true. So listen with an open heart and katalik, katalik, katalik. Malay, Malay, ballet, ballet, malakatulalalala, ballet, put put. Mama mushu mumu mushu mushu. Malay, 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 kitale, 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 shalala, shama, shama. Thank you, Divine. They have me laughing. You know, they say like, Lisha, you're too spicy. You know, Lisha, you're the spicy one, so you need to bring that flair, that fire. And you know, remember that put put. That's why I love when Opal gets spicy as well too. You
Raspberry.
know, yeah,
Raspberry.
yes, yeah. They say, Opal, you're spicy as well too. So share that beautiful rainbow golden glitters all over.
Yep.
It's amazing how they bring us back to even when we are going into a denser plane as well. So, you know, I love that we shield together as one when we go to the different planes as a because it helps me a lot as well. And I'm so grateful for it because we have to remember this is our highest self, this is our true form. So we may have different forms as well. So our human aspect is one form, but you know, connecting to the fairies makes us be playful as well. So remember that little inner child within you. Remember to be happy, no matter what the external world projects. You are responsible for that love, that happiness of that inner child. You know,
Absolutely.
Shama, shama, shama. So, Mama says to tell Opal she's a pretty lady too. So, you know, this show just popped on. You know, I think it's with Julia Roberts and I think with Pretty Lady. Think
Pretty
they
woman?
Pretty Woman.
Jesus, Alicia. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, they told me to show you that one. That's
Oh my
Pretty
goodness.
Woman going down the road.
Wow.
Shamu, shamu,
Big,
shamu.
big mistake. Big. Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, they say, yeah, be that pretty woman. Like you know, I love Shania Twain song. Man, I feel like a woman.
The woman. Yeah.
So you know, yeah. Mashamaka Shanamoto, they have me crying in laughter here. I'm so grateful for this. You know, a lot of the, even the birds are confirming it.
I
You hear the
hear
birds
it. I
singing?
hear the birdies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said don't leave them alone. You gotta listen to them as well. So you gotta listen to that blue avians as well too. They're coming through. Marshall, yes. Because I tend to communicate more with animals sometimes than human beings, and a lot of people watch me like weird. But it's also a gift from, even if you look at the Prophet Suleiman, even from the Bible aspect, or even that was one of his gifts. And the seal of Suleiman is connected to your Maharata shields, which is the 6 point star of Venus, which is the how do I say the shield to go back to Lyra as well, to go back to that innocence, because Lyra songs the Camelote, which I love that you play very often. It's the saying, return to innocence, return to that heart, lion heart of purity and innocence. So are we doing that within our own reality? Rasha Rasha into Meki Rasha Shamu Shamu Shamu. Pale pale pale. And you know, like for me in my journey, I had so many things that happened, and I said nobody is going to hurt my inner child anymore after what I have endured. And I started to shield and go in such a deep layer. Then I realized nobody can get me, so I needed to come out as well too, because it was a safety mechanism for me as well, which is a beautiful thing too. But sometimes we have to share energies on a universal level, because we are all interconnected. So someone may sense our energies, and they find it so beautiful, it's so mesmerizing, they want it, but they don't know the amount of inner work we had to go through to get to that layer, that level, in that rainbow ray. Because when you can truly embody that divine rainbow ray, you can truly embody divine source essence. And this is was Yoshua's message to humanity, even Mother Mary, is look for that divine source within you. So that's why, like, for me, when my light language got activated in this lifetime, it wasn't through no guru or through any external, it was directly through source. Because after that incident of experiencing a source, but I was crying to the sun, and I was watching, man, why do we innocent ones have to go through all this BS in this place? And it just happened naturally, and I connected to my higher self with my fairies. And I didn't want it to come back, because you just want to fly and go all over the place and be free. But then divine sent me back, Lisha, you have to ground, you have to be like a lotus. So we have to ground our roots in Mother Earth, give her nutrients as we stem our bud through the water, and we go to open our pods to the sunlight and release a sweet fragrance to the air. So we bloom and blossom as a lotus, and each one of us are a beautiful flower in our gardens. So one may be a buttercup, one may be a lily, or an orchid. It's your choice. So keep shining your love, keep shining your authentic divine alignment to the divine universe, because we are creating heaven on earth. The golden age is within each and every one of our hearts. Masha, the fairies are very happy today. They say, flutter your wings. He said, Rasha into Rasha. And this is the beautiful divine Amori heart, right? Because if you look at the heart space, it embodies all the rainbow rays. So if we are activating, we have to activate with all the divine rainbow layers, such as the violet flame, such as the blue flame, such as the golden flame. Are we connecting it as a triple flame? This is what the Trinity represents as well. Ma'ashakina ma'alakita rasha. Rasha intedoi meki rasha shamo shamo shamo. Malikata lekita rasha. Taisha intedoi, Taisha intedoi, Taisha intedoi. And the Lyrans just showed me a black panda, a black cougar. He said, that's Lisha. Because I look at it like, even being from a Libra aspect of being a scales, when the sun is setting, it's a new horizon, right? But it goes into the next dimension, which we consider day and night, which we consider like the astral realm. Because if you look at the night even have lights, because the stars shine through in the night. It does not shine through in the day. The moonlight comes out when the sun goes into the underworld. So are we observing and reflecting from both aspects, day and night, such as the etheric plane, such as the white and black layer, or the gold and silver? Because the gold represents the divine masculine of the sun, raw energies, but the silver layer represents the moon, which is the feminine energies. So that's why Lyra is connected to the gold and silver ray. So we are connecting with union between the masculine and the feminine energies, such as within the etheric planes. Malikatulakita rasha, rasha intedoi mishima alakishakina. Alaham ki rasha shamo shamo shamo. Pale pale pale. Makataleki Shakina Ma'ashana Mata. Alaham Kirasha. Alaham Kirasha. Alaham Kirasha. Thank you, Divine. It's a grateful heart. You know, I tend to take up a lot of your space, Butterfly.
I
But
love it.
yeah. But sometimes it's just divine. Divines just come through with
Right.
that boost of energies like a lightning bolt sometimes, and Alicia just have to flow with it. So, you know, Masha. And they always mention like the silver ray is connected to the blue ray. So the blue rays are like the lost light workers or the lost light bearers because they kind of got distorted from thought aspect with Atlantean era. But the blue rays are emerald covenants, guardians as well of the beautiful sphere of Amenti. So we need to anchor that within each and every one of our heart space, both the gold and silver ray of Lyra. Maasha mablikita lepita le isha kina. Mashane. They want me to sing Lyran's songs, but I don't know all Lyran songs by heart. I can sing it along with the persons, but Ma'amasha mali iko Shakina.
The son of
Maasha
Lyra.
na mata. Yeah,
You want to do the son of Lyra today?
sure. Would love that.
Okay. See that? We never know where Spirit's going to guide us in here. I never know.
Yeah. Dapat is Shakina mata.
First movement. Well, in a few minutes, 7-Eleven will start it. And look, there's a lion. There's the lion.
Lion came out. The kitty. Yeah. Like I have a bunch of kitties home here too because I adopted some stray ones. They had a litter of 7 babies.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, and I believe all animals should be free. So I don't like um to have them on leashes or anything like that. I want you to be free. Just like my birds are free, they would come for breakfast and things. They would actually cuddle with Lisha if I don't put food for them and stuff like that. And the little kitty was like meow. And I was like, yes, baby, I know you're hungry. I'm coming because it's hard sometimes to balance back in the physical because you know you have duties as well to other beings such as the animal kingdom, so your family as well too. So I commend you for balancing too because we have to find that balance between our higher self and our present self. And you know, it takes me back to Lyra, that beautiful courage of the lions, right? But they are very playful too. But lions also have a large ego. And this is what they don't realize, that kitties also has a large task to fulfill. So are we decluttering from that aspect, that shadow self, that thing, to go back to that beautiful piece? Because guardians are the lions who was actual guardians of Earth, which was Tara, and going to her higher octave on 12D, which is Amantina, which is actually Lyra, which is also Gaia ascended to her higher form. So if you are the divine guardians of the planet, that means you have embodied what the planet has gone through as well. So are we truly alchemizing and balancing back? Because I would say you can't get rid of light and darkness, but you have to find a balance within yourself. And it comes back to that mutual understanding and honoring both your divine feminine and divine masculine energies. Like back to that 0 point energies or that 8 point star as well. Because I use that 8 point star a lot within your heart space. That's a good practice to visualize that 8 point star within your heart space when you ground, when you balance between the gold and silver ray. Ma'al Shakina, Ma'alika Shakina, Alaham Kila Sha, Shamo, Pale, Kashakina Ma'ashana Mata. It's like But Ishakita tele Ishakina Maashana Matu. Thank you, Divine. Someone would think Lisha is like a split personality, 1 minute I'm here in the physical, next minute I'm here in the other realms, But it's just me being my authentic self. This is me. It's either you accept me or, because I have a lot of air placement, so I have to communicate a lot between the realms. This is one of our purposes, light workers, as well, to bridge that gap. And I commend each and every one of you. Keep shining that beautiful light within your heart space. Keep remembering that gentle love. Keep going back to that lyra of the gold and silver ray. Ma'ashakina ma'ashana mata. Kale katale katale katale. Thank you, Divine. 11:11.
Yeah, it's 11:11. We're going to do the Son of Lyra today.
Son of Lyra, invocation of the Maharaja. From the still point of my wholeness and manifest decision, I decree in sovereign knowing, here expressed at my command, lovingly stated absolute intention, the divine will and intention of the one self that is one God.
Maharaja Kumbhadaktas, Mahabhadaktai, Unoeunamo, Isayunte Satrajahewa, Patate Uma, Ashamutai Jai Satoe, Kumshadayore Akunta, Kumshadayore Akunta, Kumshadayore Akunta. Maharata Kumbhadaktas, Nehum Kayum Nibliyum Bhadaktai, Mahabhadaktai, Unoe Unamu, Isayum Te Satrajahewa, Patate Uma, Ashanum Jai Jai Jagawe, Shalai Shalai Akunta, Shalai Akunta.
ABX.
Maharata Kumbhadaktas, Nilegu Kayo Nibliyum Bhadaktai, Mahabhadaktai, Unoe Unamu, Isayum Te Satrajahewa, Patate Uma, Ashanum Jai Jai Jagawe, Shalai Akunta, Shalai Akunta, Shalai Akunta.
Oh, Machiwa. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Divine
You
Integration.
all.
Thank you, Opal, for the fire sanctuary. Love you all.
Love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Namaste. My soul knows your soul, and I love you, angels. Mwah.